This is Opposite Attractions, Season 2, Episode 4. You've got a friend in me. The challenge, mascots and their attractions.
Welcome to Opposite Attractions, everybody, the happiest podcast on earth. I'm your host, Scottye Moore, joined as always by the Adventurers Club wannabe himself, Jim Murphy.
Yay, Kungaloosh. I'm tired. I apologize. As usual. Let me hit my bell. I don't know if you can hear that.
Yeah, there we go. The bell that magically wakes Jim back up at midnight. I like it took you 2 weeks before the Kungaloosh got to fucking Kungaloosh, I guess. Whatever. I don't care.
I've had a rough couple of days, man.
Where's your Disney
I'll be back
happiness?
next
Where's
week.
that Disney smile?
Oh, I do not have a Disney smile.
Uh-oh.
I have a Pinocchio. Right here.
I have the smile of Mickey Mouse on my desk. No, today I was sitting there at work and one of my friends, like, he'll always talk back and forth with me about, like, going to Disney and stuff. And I'm like, yeah, well, this and what you're saying right now is definitely incorrect, but okay. and so we were talking back and forth. He goes, did I ever tell you I saw a guy get fired? I'm sorry. No, it wasn't get fired. I saw a guy quit. And I went, what? He's like, well, I was sitting there and we were just walking through some shop and I didn't want to buy anything. And I saw this guy just like sitting behind the counter, like head in his hands, dude's clearly exhausted. And the manager comes over and just starts reaming him over and over again.
Happiest place on earth right there.
Well, yeah, he's just like, you're not smiling, you need to be smiling. And he's like, and so then the manager walked away and I decided to just keep watching this dude because he was just like eventually he had a long line of people and after that he just kind of like put his hands on the table and it was like, oh, and then the manager came over one more time and then, like, apparently according to him, this is the 5th time this manager has come over and reamed him in the span of time that the guy had been that my friend had been watching.
Yikes.
And apparently he went full half-baked. You know, because the guy finally gave in. She's like, why are you smiling? You didn't even smile. And he just goes, fuck you! And then
Holy
like,
shit.
puffs his chest out and then struts out of the store. And all I could think in that moment, and I did have to ask him, I was like, where was this? And he was like, oh, I think this was in Hollywood Studios. And I'm like, damn it. Because could you imagine if it was like on the other end of Magic Kingdom and you had to walk through the utilidors? Like, man, all the way back.
Yeah, especially if you're parked back. Oh, good lord. Funnier, like, yeah, the utilidors are probably bad because you'd have to, like, keep that strut up the whole time.
Yeah, you couldn't stop the strut. You'd have to, like, 5 minutes in, you're like, I gotta keep going with it. I gotta keep nailing this strut. Because, like, even walking backstage at Universal, trying to maintain any happiness or confidence destroys itself after a while.
I don't... Would you... Because I was thinking about this. I know that Islands of Adventure is kind of like a giant circle. Like, yeah. Because there's water in the middle. Isn't Universal Studios, like, original, like, OG Universal? Isn't it just basically, like, a giant crisscross where they just, like, threw shit everywhere?
Holy shit, you may be right now that I think about it.
I know there's water over by, like, Harry Potter and stuff, but, like, where Transformers is, I think it's just kind of a mess.
No,
I need to look at it on the map again.
Straight up Universal is I guess the best way I can describe the way my internal map of Universal is there's, like, a stick, and that's your entrance, and then there's, like, this big block of we're just gonna throw shit here. And then there's Jimmy Fallon, and we're not sure why he's there. And then they decided to put a loop with water in the middle of it at one point.
Because he's on NBC, and that's Universal.
Have you watched any on-ride video of the Jimmy Fallon ride?
No, I have not watched anything of the race through New York starring Jimmy Fallon.
It is not appealing. It does not look good.
Isn't it essentially... it's not Soarin' exactly. It's more like a.
It's like the Minion ride, but more annoying. But no, the worst part, when we went a couple of weeks ago, and we went on we didn't go on the Fallon ride, but we passed by it. Apparently, the Fallon ride does not have a normal line; it has a virtual line.
A virtual line, yes.
And they were just like, yeah, virtual line. You're not gonna get in until like 9:30. I'm like, what the fuck? Okay.
Well, that's what happened at Volcano Bay, where people were getting there at like 5 in the afternoon, and they're like, "Sorry, all of our slides are full until close."
Yeah, until like midnight. Yeah.
But what was I gonna say? Oh, my favorite. Okay, so I think last time we talked about how like did we talk about the Universal commercial? How the commercial is basically like, "I'm not a little kid that likes Disney anymore. I want to be a wizard." Or whatever.
Wait, no, what? We have not.
Have you not seen the Universal Studios commercials where it's like a little kid like on a swing set and he's like, and like the little kid's like it's like they're talking to the camera, but the camera's their parents, and so they're like, "I know I can do it" or whatever. I'm like a bit, and then it like I want to explore, and then it shows them like in like on Jurassic Park, and then like, but at the end it shows a girl dressed in like a generic princess costume, and she's like looking in the mirror. And then she's like,
then someone punches her in the face.
And she's like, I won't be like this, or like, I'm not gonna be your little princess forever. Like, I'm gonna be my own like, she says something stupid, and then it morphs, and she's like in fucking Hogwarts school attire.
Okay, I like that.
And so the whole and like, I think the other one's like a little kid that's like, "We're gonna have an adventure" or something, and then it's like the minions are behind them and crap. But literally, like the purpose of the commercial is
Universal Studios. Don't be a pussy.
Yeah, like, we're not little kids. We want to do like adult stuff.
Yeah.
And then meanwhile, Disney's commercial is like a little kid, and like the woman behind the counter at the Grand Floridian's like, "And what do you want to do?" And he's like. She's like, "We can make your dreams come true." And he goes, "I want to ride the monorail." And you're like, "What the fuck?"
Fuck up. No,
that's free, sir. You can just do that.
Yeah. Oh, man. No, one of my favorite advertisements I ever saw, like, it was a billboard, because, there's like 50 billion billboards for Disney and Universal in Florida. And my favorite was the fact that, the Universal ones were just like, blank is Universal. And I may have discussed this before. I don't know if I have. But you'd have, like, Bravery as Universal, and then you would have Harry Potter next to it, and then you would have, like, Heroism is Universal, and have Spider-Man. My personal favorite one is Happiness is Universal, and you expect to see, like, a Minion or something like that.
Let me guess. King Kong.
No, massive T-Rex baring its teeth.
It's kind of smiling.
I'm gonna eat you. Oh, man. So before we get into the actual show, should we discuss the most horrifying thing I've ever seen? Because I've been waiting to talk about this.
It could have been worse.
I don't think it could have. Okay. So firstly, before we keep being assholes about it, we'll say so if you guys don't follow Disney news, apparently at both Disneyland, it was Paris, wasn't it?
Well, by the time people listen to this, it would have happened about a week ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, at Disneyland in California Adventure, that is where Ursula's head fell off. And Disneyland Paris was the auctioneer at Pirates.
Which, auctioneer at Pirates, that's not that bad. But the fact that Ursula's body is so well done, it's horrifying to look at. There is not a worse animatronic to have its head fall off than Ursula.
Let me think about that.
You're like, is there a worse one?
Ellen's Energy Adventure.
No, I think the head is the worst part. If you took the head away, it would be fine. Which, by the way, did you see where they quote?
Yeah, that was a fake.
Yeah, they quote unquote returned Ellen's animatronic back to her.
Apparently,
the clothes were real. The rest was all.
Yeah, months before the ride was even closed, they already covered that up and took it out and used it for spare parts.
Yeah, I was fixing to say, because when I rode it for the first time in like 2016, it wasn't there. So that's why
depressing.
I was. Yeah, I know. I've never gotten to see the Ellen animatronic. Sad face. But yeah, that's there's no worse one than Ursula, I don't think. Because she's already creepy. You already have, like, this creepy fat woman singing about poor unfortunate soul, no head on me.
I've been in Buzz Lightyear when the Q Buzz was, like, acting up, and that was kind of weird.
And the face doesn't work?
Yeah, because the eyes are just, like, shooting all over the place, and yeah, the face doesn't work. It's really awkward.
Oh, man.
The auctioneer, like, I feel like, since Ursula's a cartoon character and the auctioneer could kind of be a real person, except for the fact that I don't think anyone's ever read Pirates and thought any of those were real people.
Yeah.
It is creepy that it had, like, 2.5 feet of cord hanging out of its neck.
I still do maintain that the 3 pirates in jail at the end of Pirates of the Caribbean die and become the hitchhiking ghouls. Oh, man. So this is a show where we make our own theme park, because clearly we're the only ones smart enough to do it. And, of course, we do have the theme park VISTA, which is all based around interactivity. You control the show.
It's a park based on the internet, and that was a bad idea. And yet the best idea.
Yeah. So, like, VIS was... What was the
vote? Yeah, vote, interact, and stream.
That's right. So you have, like, thrill rides where you can vote on the thrill itself, like if you want to go and do a loop-de-loop or something like that. Then, of course, there are rides that are interactive, like a test track or something, or testes track, as I created last week, where you get to create your own stuff, and then stream, so you can... I don't know if we've ever broken down stream as to what...
I have ideas for that.
Okay.
We haven't got a challenge where I could use it properly.
All right. Well, last
time, or whenever I mentioned, like, the fact that you could, like, link a social media account to it.
Yeah.
I think the idea is if you go on a ride and you scan your little band, it knows you're on the ride. It knows, like, you're in this car, you ride the ride, like, there are cameras on the ride, like, basically following you so that it can upload your crazy video to, like, the restaurant that we talked about in the other episode.
Oh, yeah.
Like, that would probably go in your account and you could probably share it.
Okay. I almost like the idea that if you have, like, a Twitch account, it links to your Twitch. And so then you could, like...
That could be a thing it could link to, yes.
Yeah. And so you could actually stream yourself on roller coasters. So Twitch would even have, like... I like the idea that we get a deal with Twitch where we could have, like, an exclusive, like, the Vista channel that you can link up to at all times.
Just wait till you... I mean, my idea for an attraction this time is not exactly that, but it kind of...
Okay.
You could put... I could see you putting the video online, but I don't know how much sense it would make, because this ride's a little different.
Okay, because, like, last time, of course, we had to build a ride that was very anti-Disney, and I put dicks everywhere. And then you gave us the challenge to give us a mascot. And, I mean, would you like to begin with your mascot?
Yeah,
because mine are terrible.
Well, I just have one mascot.
Yeah.
His name is Wiki Rabbit. He wears he wears, like, surfing trunks.
Now wait, is this Ricky Rabbit or Wiki Wap?
Wiki, like, it's not, no, it is not 2 W's. I didn't want to go that far.
That's the good thing.
But basically he wears surfing trunks. He's an anthropomorphic rabbit. He wears surfing trunks, and he has a headband that doubles as a blindfold.
Now, the fact that you bring that up doesn't give questions about if he's into BDSM, like a lot of questions about Wiki Wabbit. I'm gonna say
the
Wiki
B stands for bunnies. The attraction is called Surfing the Web with Wiki Rabbit.
Okay.
It is basically like a 5-story tall building. It is a combination of basically Journey into Imagination, the newer one, and a wild mouse.
Wait, what?
You know what a wild mouse is? Like Triceratops Spin is a wild mouse.
Oh, okay. Okay.
That's what they're referred to as.
Yeah.
Basically, you would get on the ride, and it'd be maybe you and maybe like another car, of people. So there'd be like maybe 2 cars of people in like a chunk. You would go up a ramp that would be like in like a tunnel or something that would be separate from everything else. And while you were going up, you would get this like introduction on who the character was. That basically like he likes to like go down the rabbit hole of the internet, essentially.
He goes into the deep web.
Wait, that's gonna come later.
Oh.
The idea is that as you're going up, you basically would vote on what you want, what you want him to like surf. So there'd be options, and everybody would vote on what the option is. So you get to the top, you turn the corner, and at the top is like you stop for a show scene, and there's like screens and some 3D effects and stuff, and they can change based on what your people in your car pick.
Uh-huh.
And you have a little scene. And then while you have the scene, then like based on that scene, there is options of where he can go next. So you have to pick where, like basically what hole he goes down next. So whatever you pick next, you turn another corner, you drop down a drop, maybe you spin around or whatever, and then you end up at another show scene on like the next level.
Yeah.
And there's like 4 of them to get to the bottom. Now, my idea is that if you do everything like just randomly, like yeah, you get this little ride with some little twists and drops and spins and stuff, but I'm thinking in every scene, like in the background, there's kind of like what they want you to, like kind of like a secret something that's like, oh, you should pick this one. But you have to know what you're looking for to know what they want you to pick.
Okay.
And if you do that correctly for all the first like couple, when you get to what would be the last show scene, you actually go to the dark web.
No.
Like that's the last scene is like this weird, like basically
and
if
you can
don't
sell your
right,
brother for a VISTA t-shirt.
If you don't do it right, when you go down the last drop, there's like a screen that like says like the dark web this way, and it's like an arrow pointing off in the wrong direction, and like Wiki Rabbit's voice is like, "We missed the dark web, thank you." Like
thank God we didn't have to go in there.
But if you do this little Easter egg thing, then you end up in this weird like psychedelic dark web mishmash of stuff, and like yeah, you get.
They killed my brother in the dark web. Thank you for not taking us.
And then you get to the end, and you end up back at the loadout at the bottom.
I like the idea that the dark web Easter egg is only available after 8 when it's just adults, because it gets questionable for children on the dark web.
Well, I think it would be like it wouldn't be like a dark web, like it would more be like it would be caricatured, and it wouldn't be like it would just be more like
Perry the pedophile coming to you live.
I don't think it would be dirty. It would just be creepy and spooky.
Yeah, but that doesn't need to be that's not the end of the ride then, right?
It's like what you get if you you basically you get to the end, and then like you get out of that room, and then you drop down to like the last drop, and then you're back to the load out.
Okay, so let me break this down. You are on a ride with your children. You're very
well. The thing is, it's like unless you know what you're looking for, you're not going to pick those things.
Yeah, well,
and if by bad luck you pick those things,
like
oh no.
Yeah, so in this often probably gonna happen at least 5 or more times a day. Chance there will now be children who have been led by this fun cartoon character down this realm of psychedelic madness. And then they get out, and then the parents have to explain what the dark web is to their children.
Well, we wouldn't have to call it that. We could call it something else.
The deep web. The deep dark web.
Something. It could be like just like something about
Charlotte's
the
web.
Bad. Charlotte's deep web. You already did that on your
Yeah,
other show.
I'm sorry. I had to bring it up.
I just had this idea of like when you go down the drops, like there'd be animation on the wall of like the rabbit like surfing down the drop with you or something.
Oh, like around the so it'd be like in the Finding Nemo ride where you kind of get into the the
tank.
No, not the tank. The section where you're going through the. Shit, why can't I never remember what it's called? It's the surfing turtle, like, circular.
The EAC?
Yeah, the EAC. So it'd be like that. You go through the EAC with your,
Yeah, I mean, like I said, we don't have to do the dark web thing. That's fine. but the idea.
No,
is
that's
the
your
same.
idea, Jim. You want to put the children on the porn websites? No, it's perfectly fine.
I mean, you could do an after 8 thing, but then we'd have to shove it back in the other area, and I don't think everything has to go back there. And of course, the exit would exit into a quote-unquote surf shop full of souvenirs.
I like the surf shop idea. I do enjoy that. Now, here's the thing. With mine, I kind of did just a placeholder main, like your main, because I've gone for more of a Chuck E. Cheese or a McDonald's Land thing where you have your main guy that everyone knows, but then he has like sidekicks. And my original plan was just to gank yours and then put him in mine. But I do have the backup, which is Vista Valentine the Pleasure Rat. And I was really afraid I was hoping I wasn't... I was hoping I was not going to have to use Vista Valentine.
They're tourists. What do they know? Besides.
So...
Hello, how you doing? Hand job?
And so, Vista Valentine the Pleasure Rat is just this gross little rat guy who's like smoking a cigar. Like, imagine like a creepy carnival barker, and it's him. And he's just this nasty little rat. And he's just like, welcome to Vista. This is my theme park. I'm gonna dig you through it. And I'm gonna show you all around with the help of my assistants. And his assistant is actually the ride vehicle. And the ride vehicle, since we are, of course, exploring the web, it only made sense for it to be a giant spider, who I've named Rhonda Araignée, the wheat thing. She is a French spider, and so here's the thing.
Oh, shit.
Vista Valentine, he's an idiot, but Rhonda knows everything. Also, fun fact for those of you who don't speak French, her last name, Araignée, does mean spider in French, and her nickname, the wheat thing, wheat means 8 in French. So that's your French.
Her first name couldn't be Rancho?
Rancho Araignée. And so, so here's the problem I realized, because I did want it to be like a people mover ride that would take you throughout the park so you could explore everything. And it'd be like the people mover with attitude. But I did realize that would mean that all the time going throughout this fucking park is a giant spider climbing on a tightrope. So every once in a while you get to just look up and be like, is that a fucking spider? Yes.
Is that a French spider?
Is that a French spider? And so I think what we could do is possibly take 3 rides and kind of keep them very close together. That way,
I mean, you could put it. Yeah, even if you just put it around the circle, you could put it on the roof of the circle.
Yeah. And then you kind of explore the different types of rides. And so, helping you to learn what the different kind of rides are.
Oh, no.
Well, firstly, I want it to go past like one of our roller coasters, like a big roller coaster. And that's when Radical Ronnie comes in. What's up, guys? I'm Radical Ronnie. And I'm not sure what. He's an anthropomorphic something, but he is bitching. And he goes by and he's just like, these are the rides where you get to vote on the thrill level. Are you cool or are you just a fucking puss? And then he like turns into a cat. I don't know.
Yeah.
And
I was going to say it's a cat. It's just a cat.
Yeah. And so then at one point, I like the idea that one of the roller coasters actually rides alongside this ride. So you can look over and see the people on the roller coaster, and they can look over and see you, and then you hear Ronnie say hi, everybody, and as you do, there's a huge drop on the roller coaster. He's like, they're dead now. Anyways, on to the next one. Then of course, he gets kicked out by this nerdy little fuck called Eddie Interaction. And he's just like, no, guys, we're going to learn about the properties of imagination and what it means to let you take control in all these creative rides. And then you go through like a creative ride area. And then of course, I like for this one you go through the middle of Time Circle, or not Time, Vista Circle, and you get to see all the stuff streaming around you, and that's when paparazzi comes in.
Oh, no.
And he's just like, "What's up? I sounded a lot like Mr. Valentine. But hey, what's up, beautiful?" Takes your picture. Picture immediately appears on the wall behind you. Like, it looks really awesome. He's like, "What's up?" Pachoo! And then it shoots up to where everyone in the park can see it. And then he's just like,
man,
"We've
that's
got
awesome.
plenty of rides full of this streaming. Have you got Twitch, Facebook? I don't fucking care. We're going to put the photos up." And that's where the ride usually ends.
Oh, no.
Until about 8 o'clock. At which point, hard left turns back around. You go behind our big building that I assume is like going to be where it cuts between the adult section
Yes.
and the children's section. And that's when Barry Beepus comes out. He is a giant anthropomorphic dick. And he's just like, "What's up, adults? Let me show you my section now. Warning, you may get wet." And then he puts on sunglasses. "You get a drink over at the fuck stop." I don't know why fuck stop got me. "Or you can go over here and ride in SFW, the ride that's full of me." And then, as you guys come back around, you guys go through, and then Vista Valentine is just like, "So that's my park. What do you think? Kind of underwhelming? We know. But it's alright, because you're in control. It's your fault. I'm Vista Valentine, the pleasure rat." And then you pull back in, and then I assume that'd be where your main street gift shop would be and stuff like that. So that's my people mover fuck ride. I'm not sure where, and I like the idea of Rhonda giving you like brief histories of the park. So like, as you go through as you go to Epcot on the monorail, they'll be like, "Look to your left and there is Finding Nemo," or on the right, Mission Space. It has a body count anyways. So that'd be what Rhonda's thing was in between the sections. She'd be like, "Oh, also here's this and this and this, mon ami."
Technically, I think so does Nemo.
Yeah. Wait, does Nemo have a body count?
I think I can't remember.
Don't
but I think
say
so.
that to me. I love the Nemo ride.
I don't think the ride has a body count. I think the building has a body count.
Oh, the fish has a body count. Nemo has murdered in cold blood before. As Jim frantically Googles, "Has a clownfish ever murdered a human?" I don't know what I would call my ride, though, other than like maybe Welcome to Vista or something.
Killer Dolphin. There we go.
Okay. Oh god. You know what I just realized? A problem with our park?
Uh-oh.
Well,
A new problem that we don't already know about?
Well, it is called Vista, and a lot of Disney stuff is all based...
I know. I actually had... what's there's a Spanish word for basically like a male genitalia.
Wait, really?
Like huevo or something?
Oh yeah, huevos?
Yeah,
Well, that's technically eggs.
Well, I know. Well, still, since normally, like lake instead of Lake Buena Vista, we would have a lake and it would be Lake Huevo Vista.
I was gonna say lake, because Buena is just like good. I was gonna say Lake Decent Vista.
Lake... No, I think more like looking at eggs, looking at ball sacks.
Yeah, Lake Dick Huevos Vista. Welcome. We've never discussed where because like the last park we were like Six Flagsing it to where it went everywhere.
Yeah.
Where should we bring this one? I think like South Dakota, maybe some middle of the country.
Well, I think a lot of theme like snow is a problem.
Oh yeah.
Pretty much everywhere that isn't Southern California or South Central Florida. So
you're saying Texas?
Texas would work, I think.
Yeah, right on the Mexican border. Can we have the first ever theme park that goes into Mexico? But only like, no. Okay, hold on. I'm building off of it. We now also have a water park, and there's a slide that will deport you.
Oh, Jesus.
You just slide down. Woo!
Watch your video on the internet.
Yeah, while watching something on a laptop. So, Jim, oh shit, I just realized I have to come up with a challenge.
Yeah, I was going to ask if you had one or not. I should have asked beforehand.
Yeah, no, straight up. As I would, because like last week I got to rest on my laurels and be like, oh no, Jim's got to do it. It's fine.
Wait, better or worse animatronic would be anything in the Hall of Presidents or Johnny Depp.
I thought about, Johnny Depp would be really rough on that one.
Like, especially the one coming out of the barrel.
Yeah. We did, oh yeah, because you just see shoulders popping out of the barrel. We did discuss on last week's show the new weird photo op in Pirates, because now there's there's a random skull right before the drop, where he's just like, because they're like, dead men tell no tales, and then he's like, fucking, yeah, they don't. Am I right, folks? Snap! Ah!
I'm blind and now I'm wet.
I'm blind and I'm wet. Okay, I want...
Also will happen on the deep web.
Yeah, I want a water ride with a water splash that is also streaming. So I want all three. A streaming water ride with a drop in it.
I have some awesome ideas for attractions, so I think if we get to like the last episode, like the 14th episode of the season, and I haven't been able to use them, I'm probably just going to rapid fire throw them at you.
It's just called the kitchen sink episode, where I just sit back and I'm like, I didn't try, go on.
I have good ideas for streaming stuff, but I think I will try to make something work with this one.
Okay,
I'll try to make a ride that doesn't involve adults and now, horribly adult things.
Well, I mean, I'm now on a 2-week dick streak, and I'm contemplating if I need to keep that bad boy going.
I have a question. What if I know another bad animatronic that would be bad with its head off, and that is Footloose.
Call back to ours.
Because doing all that dancing and just having that head fly around,
it just pretty jingle bad. Around. Oh man! So Jim, where can they find you on the internet?
I am at Apparently Smart on Twitter and not many other places.
Yeah, and
especially not in real life.
And you can find me on Twitter at ScottyMo. That's SCOTTYEMO. Make sure to buy my books on Amazon. There's Queasel Corp Risen. I just started the 3rd book in the Queasel Corp trilogy. It should be out this April. And of course, BS versus the Gods, the new novel where me and my buddy Blake Tanner destroy Grecian gods in epic fashion, or kind of in dumb ways. Also, make sure to check out this and all the other amazing BS Network products online at aloadofpurebs.com, or of course you can find them on YouTube or wherever good podcasts are sold. Ladies and gentlemen, make sure to go to merch.aloadofpurebs.com, pick you up some Opposite Attractions merchandise. We got some Down with OPP shirts, we got Juicy Peaches shirts, Apex shirts, and we're soon going to have some VISTA shirts up with the Pleasure Rat. Just like, hey, how you doing, my friend? Oh shit, he definitely sounds like Watto. Okay. All right, but ladies and gentlemen, you make sure to find all of the previous episodes. Make sure to check out last season. I'm actually really proud of what we got done last season. Online at opposite-attractions.com. And remember, of course, you can find me and Jim on Twitter and Facebook at OpAtShow. That is spelled OPPATTSHOW. Are you down with OPP?